echelon. So it's like he's come a long way himself. But speaking of which, speaking of long ways, we are in winners finals featuring exactly who we expected to see, the top 2 seeds of the tournament, Rivers and Jen. And this is actually a set that can go either way. Jen did beat Rivers, I believe, the last Platinum Star to take second over Rivers, who did get third that tournament. So this is got the makings to be a banger set.
Absolutely. Season 14, Episode 3 of Platinum Star Smash. Winners final here. The Diddy of Rivers versus the Palu of Jen. As if we'd have it any other way.
Yeah, this is actually a classic, considering like Jen has been a long time supporter of this tournament. It was coming through here all during the Smash 4 days, and obviously Rivers has been running this tournament with me since the very beginning. So this is like a very traditional winners finals we're getting, which I personally love to see in any case. But who knows where it goes? You probably expect to see Diddy with Diddy Palu most of the set, but obviously everyone knows River is originally known for the Crom and does have a Byleth, and those are probably the other potential characters you see. But if this Diddy does well to start, I would expect a heavy dose of it.
Anything being considered traditional in the context of Jersey Smash sounds so cursed. You know, but then again, you're not exactly wrong. The invading force being punished here by the Diddy of Rivers. I mean, I guess in terms of years, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I don't know if the Jen Palu was always a thing.
Well,
but,
Jen used to actually play Ryu in Smash 4. That was a Jen.
See, that I remember. I was kind of wondering if this was some sort of like beginning of the game thing that I was missing.
He picked up Palu really early on in Ultimate. I think that's just the character that really resonated with him. And it's really funny when you think about Ryu in Smash 4 and the way Ryu would like win a game or a set, and then you look at the way Palutena plays and the way Palutena wins a game or set. It's really not at all close or the same thing. So
no.
Jen as a player is just good. Watch your head.
Dilo, you miss Ryu in general. Don't even lie. But
Ryu's like low key. I mean, despite all the Kazuya excitement, is sort of low key with Asimo and Aiken making a resurgence.
Oh yeah,
Asimo thinks Ryu's the best Shoto. I watched that interview. It's pretty amazing to hear him say. I think he's just a big fan of the character, so I kind of love hearing that. But
certainly has his strengths, does he not? But then again, with all the art style being inspired by, well, I would say, mostly by either Third Strike or Turbo, certainly plays a little bit like Ryu in Third Strike, where you're piling on a lot of damage, but man, is your stuff punishable.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem, isn't it, with Ryu, and certainly Shotos in general. But it feels like that's especially the case with Ryu. If you're not connecting with those kills off of down air, and certainly out of neutral with the Tatsumaki, you're really just kind of opening yourself up for a lot of punishment.
Yeah, not quite the same characteristics for Palutena. Palutena has a lot of really good tools otherwise. Tools that Jen's able to make use of. Unfortunately, at that moment, is going to get slapped upward by that little monkey. Here he goes. Ooh, yeah, I was waiting for that too. Wouldn't have killed. Palu wasn't any real damage there. The real damage on that particular interaction is more emotional, but that one is just
beautiful tech, though.
That one is just a good tech.
What an awareness play. That felt like hit the shoulder button and pray. I don't know if that was calculated from Jen, but nevertheless,
I'm gonna say it was. I think he's got it like that as far as the reaction time goes.
I mean, if nothing else, he's earned the benefit of the doubt, right?
Easily. All right, there we go. Explosive Flame keeping Jen in this game, and River's going to be looking for anything he can to close it out. That banana is in hand, and you know that can lead to some sure destruction, although no more.
Back air from Rivers, trying to get this last stock closed out, give himself a decisive 1-0 lead in this best-of-5 clip. But yeah, Jen not going to make it all that easily. Making himself scarce relatively and just piling on chip damage. And it's a slower pace than we're used to seeing from Jen, but then again, I can't imagine that it's all that invalid a take, considering you have a character that can slow down the game as much as Palutena does. Can borderline circle camp you unless you're playing a Diddy call.
Yeah, you could tell the way Rivers is playing. He's kind of just up and over and safely just trying to get up and over and then throw banana here and there, clap here and there, because he knows if he gets hit by Palutena, like it could kind of just be certain doom.
He had to think that Rivers is going to find that up smash eventually. Jen kind of realizing, like, okay, that's fine. I wasn't in the position to win that. There's only so long that you can run away from Rivers, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, and Rivers at that point in the game was already doing so good, just avoiding any hit from Palutena, because you know you get hit once from Palutena, you're getting hit a lot more times, depending how she hits you. So Rivers very well aware of that and really taking advantage of the fact that he's got monkey flip to avoid any hits at all. So here we go, game 2, Hollow Bastion. I guess, yeah, this is Jen's counter pick, so we'll see what he's got in store.
Certainly appreciate this stage pick. You get a lot of room from ledge to ledge to work with. That center platform could also prove to be useful. I'd imagine it could also help Diddy as well, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm not really, I'm not hating the, sort of relatively spacious blast zones that you're getting. You're certainly going to get more off of it than Diddy does, and goodness gracious, that down air, doesn't matter what the stage, you're dying pretty fast.
He really wants that. But here we go, out of the jump, I believe, and that is going to be a stock. So beautifully played by Jen. Unfortunately, not able to take it much further, but here we are, just starting fresh with 2 stocks apiece.
We were talking about the former Ria mains, what they did, and they're talking about this in the chat. Pretty sure Trello was one of the better Ridleys on the planet.
Yeah, that was really strange. He was playing Ridley, though. I remember that.
He was very highly ranked in Houston and the state of Texas as a whole, but then eventually stopped playing.
Shout out to Trello, man. He's kind of a legend. I hope they still speak of him as a legend over there. I'm sure they do.
Oh, very highly regarded.
Yeah.
And, it was like, when I was in Texas, you used to talk to Austin quite a bit. It's just like, I do kind of miss OG Texas, but
Texas is a cool region.
Oh yeah, pretty great. But speaking of hating Kazuya, Texas. Shout outs Burr. But
all right, this is opportunity here for Jen to go up a little bit. Jen does a really good job with the basically taking control of the banana. That's something you really can't let Rivers have too free of reign on, and you could get a kill off of it just like that. So shouts to Jen being able to really use that banana for his good. Oh, and preventing what was otherwise been an up smash.
Jen's slowing it down a little bit, making Rivers play his game. You got to respect it, and utilizing the item counterplay as well. Rivers still drawing it even, just taking a little bit too much damage in that stock number 2 to really survive that much longer. That's going to be the last you'll see of that particular banana. Of course,
oh my God,
Rivers can always pull out another one. He's trying to get a few hits off of Nair while he can, but it's going to be only a minor inconvenience for this Diddy, as they will stay neck and neck throughout the last stock of this game number 2.
There we go, and banana is in play, so you know this is really going to benefit one or the other. I mean, obviously Rivers is holding it, and there it goes, but we've seen Jen really use that thing so well, but this is kind of anyone's guess how this game finishes up, because this has been mostly dead even since go.
These two combatants who have fought each other a handful of times, occupied the same building on many an occasion. Some fated times they have their paths crossed in bracket, but we're going to have to see who comes out on top here. Sometimes it's with the Crom, other times it's with the Diddy. But always that Palutena seems to be the consistent portion of this particular matchup. And certainly,
dude, Jen's got him on the ropes over here. This is really stressful if you're Rivers. Getting off the ledge.
Air dodge?
Yeah.
Forced out with that explosive flame. Could have complicated the recovery. That's going to be the back throw, and that's why rolling back the stage is so dangerous. Jen realizing that and getting himself on the board as a result.
Yeah, good old reliable back throw for Palutena. Definitely really good tool for that character. Just a good way to secure a dub. I mean, just like what we saw. Not every character has a kill throw. Palutena does have that back air, that back throw though.
Last time these two faced off, it was in this very building. Platinum Star Smash Episode 1 of Season 14, 2 months ago. Jen coming out on top by a score of 2-1 in order to qualify for top 8. Here again they meet in winners finals as we get the small battlefield for game number 3. And I have to wonder, if this set is going to take a similar tenor if Rivers is not able to adjust to this newfound pace that Palutena is being able to set.
Yeah, I think Jen is playing this, basically playing against Rivers like expertly. I mean, no surprise these guys have played each other a ton, so you'll see the adjustments go back and forth each time. But looking really strong right now, mounting a little bit of a lead, so looks like he's figured a little bit of something out on Rivers. But once Rivers gets cooking like he is now, you know how that sort of alters the way things look.
Should be noted, the first win that Jen had on Rivers in Smash 4 since Glitch 6 in top 128 winners quarterfinal. That's how long it took for Jen to get another win on Rivers, and then it was a couple of wins here and there for the New Jersey man. And joining me back on the mic is the one and only Law, joining us in the middle of a 1-to-1 set between Rivers and Jen here in winners final. I mean, what's your takeaway on small battlefield being the counter pick from Rivers?
Is there a difference between small and big battlefield? Oh, 2 platforms?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's PS2 except not, and goodness gracious, that up smash as deadly as ever, and that's going to be stock number 1.
Yeah, have we gotten an aggressive set so far? Has this been fast-paced, or what do you...
Thing is, it was fast-paced relatively for game number 1. Then, I mean, it's on Jen to slow it down, which is not exactly what we know it for, but it worked out. And playing a little bit more conservatively, a little bit more of a conventional Palutena for game number 2, and Rivers having a bit of a tougher time negotiating that. Just kind of sitting in shield, waiting for the option select. And hey, if you want to commit to a jump, that's perfectly fine. Palu is more than capable of punishing that. And yeah, that's going to take Rivers.
We've seen Diddy Palutena a few times today. We've seen Hayes versus Jen. We saw Hayes versus Mateo. Now we get Jen versus James. And the banana play hasn't really made too big of a difference. I think for James, usually it's just about not getting caught off stage.
It doesn't really feel like it has it? I mean, you do see Jen interacting with it every now and then, but it's not to a super pronounced degree, just enough to make James uncomfortable. But now it's Jen who's perhaps feeling a little bit of unease as he's going to be taken to his last stock in this game.
See if a jump? I don't. Yeah, all right, whatever. He's good. Nice wave from James. Good F tilt to cover that.
Beautiful. Bops him on the head. Makes her slip. And then following it up. Gotta love what you're seeing right now from Rivers. I mean, again, one of the more cerebral players when he wants to be, but it's always with a super fast pace. Just trying to overwhelm a player like Jen. That is not easy to do. And the barrels going absolutely haywire. That might be manufacturer error. You might want to check the warranty. And now it's Rivers.
That's got to be James, right? Controlling it, right? He just spins the stick around.
Yeah. He can do whatever.
That's a hilarious way of controlling it. I've never seen.
It takes stocks. Like you can die to that pretty easily. They're strong.
Yeah. And they hit below platforms as well.
Like, just watch any item jank compilation. You'll see at least one.
Yep. When I come out after a minute.
Dash grab missing. And man, how huge is it for Palus to be able to establish grab? I mean, it cannot be understated. For a while, pretty much the only character with an effective grab.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, and that's a rough way for Rivers to lose that one. Jen, in the lead on this one, has the possibility of taking 2 straight sets from the Jersey Diddy Kong for the first time in this game's life cycle. Now, Jen and Rivers. I mean, if you're Rivers in this instance, what adjustments are you making in order to counteract this sort of newfound stoicism that Jen has seen as we go right back to small battlefield?
Yeah, it seems like better players in this game are generally just being like, we'll usually say things like, I just got to be more solid. You know, just focus up, just be more solid. It seemed like James throughout Jen caught him. All right, Rivers, Jen. Sorry, I gotta make sure. You know, gets caught just throwing things out towards the ground and just gets shield grab for it. You know, so he's gotta always be wary of that. And then, you know, land, dash, tomahawk sometimes.
So just mixing up the option, making them second guess, just sitting and shield.
Yeah. And just pretty much in this game, I think a lot of it comes down to just diversity of options, you know, making sure you're using all your options. Because a lot of times you can get caught just mashing Nair, because that's typically the best thing to do.
And it's funny you talk about that, you know, just being able to establish grab in general. I mean, for Diddy players, oftentimes you see that translate into an over-reliance on monkey flip. That can't be what happens here. I don't really feel like James would be the type of person that would let that happen. Then again, it's always something you have to be conscious of.
Yep.
Beautiful confirm, though, on the up smash. With the up smash, excuse me. Off of the down tilt.
Yeah, Jen's been getting caught a lot this tournament. I mean, I guess it's typical to get caught off this, but comes down from ledge with fair, gets shielded and bananaed, or somehow he got a grab off that, so.
It's never easy, is it? You're having to do so much.
Nice.
Last tournament entered by Rivers was Warped. It's a monthly that happened in Rahway, New Jersey. Our good friends over at Collision Shoutouts. Wound up playing Hydra in losers semifinals of an impressive run by the New York Palutena at another one. But it was Rivers handling Hydra by a score of 3-1. And again, a very different creature in the form of Jen, just in terms of sheer experience alone. Nevertheless, Jen finding himself on the verge of qualifying for grand finals if he can confirm that stock. But Rivers, oh my, how quickly the tides can turn, how quickly the river can bend. And it could be Jen getting washed away in this game number 4.
Yep. Yeah, Jen's aggression off stage has been his like aggressiveness in the air after James is definitely surprised. Caught James a few times. Rivers, I'm sorry. Whatever. I feel like, all right, if you don't know,
It's the same.
Rivers and James are the same person. I don't
Yeah.
know what you're.
I use it interchangeably. It's all good. You can kind of infer at some point. Big game James. We know him. Hang on. Oof. Oh, beautiful roll away by Rivers. That's where you need to be using your rolls, bud. Oh, but getting caught with the get up is met with the back air. And just like that, it's going to be Rivers taken to his winner side stop. Jen has been doing so well for himself.
Good catch.
As of late, catching Rivers on ledge at this get-up game. I mean, making this Diddy's life hell on the ledge. Certainly paramount to the game plan. Oh, risked it all with that F smash. It's going to be punished with the banana, but it's going to be Jen. Oh, you don't want to land on platforms under Palu, buddy. You've been playing this game long enough to know that. Monkey flip, however, going to meet Jen. And this is a tense situation. Really, it feels like first interaction wins. Oh, missing on the dash grab, and that's huge. Gonna try to get
What is
back.
going on?
What a tech by Jen.
That was a suicide dare from Jen.
What is... Making it back. Not able to get the Z drop.
James Spring probably gonna start looking for.
Oh, and it's the dash attack. It's that stray hit kill power that makes the difference. I mean, when in doubt, just swing a bigger stick. Palutena had the biggest one, and we'll use that to light a path into grand finals.
Yeah, solid amount of spaghetti towards the end of there, but hey, I mean that suicide dare from Jen was crazy because he did the suicide dare, right? And I thought it was over, and then he up-beat into the up-beat and then teched, and I was like, at that point, I didn't know what was going on with the set.